This is a major shift in U.S. trade policy that could reshape the pharmaceutical industry, and it's sparking intense debate. President Trump has announced a bold move, a 100% tariff on all branded or patented drugs imported into the U.S. starting October 1st. But here's where it gets controversial. Companies that begin building drug factories domestically won't face the tax. That means if a manufacturer starts construction on a new plant, even if it's not fully built yet, they're exempt. Trump explained this in a post on Truth Social, saying, "There will be no tariff on these pharmaceutical products if construction has started." Branded drugs are medications sold under specific names, often protected by patents that block generic versions until the protections expire. These patents are crucial for companies like Eli Lilly, Johnson & Johnson, and AbbVie, which are already pushing to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., despite decades of outsourcing. Trump's plan aims to incentivize this shift, but the reality is more complicated. The U.S. has become a major importer of pharmaceuticals, with drug imports nearly tripling to $213 billion in 2024. This surge has raised concerns about supply chain stability. Critics argue that Trump's tariffs could drive up costs for patients, disrupt production, and even worsen shortages. For example, some generic drugs might struggle to stay profitable if tariffs force higher prices. "There's a reason why pharmaceutical tariffs are zero," said JJ's CEO, noting that tariffs can create chaos in the supply chain. The administration's Section 232 investigation into pharmaceuticals mirrors its approach to other industries, like cars and aluminum. But this isn't just about tariffs, it's about national security. The Department of Commerce is examining whether foreign imports threaten U.S. health. Yet, the backlash from drug makers is growing. Eli Lilly warned that tariffs would deprive manufacturers of necessary capital to innovate, forcing companies to redirect funds to survive the tax burden. The proposed tariffs are lower than Trump's earlier threat of up to 250%, but the financial impact is still significant. Johnson & Johnson, for instance, expects a $400 million expense in 2025, while Pfizer has already recorded charges related to the policy. Analysts say most big pharma companies will likely wait until after Trump leaves office before making long-term decisions about manufacturing. Global supply chains are complex, said BMO Capital Markets analyst Evan Seigerman. It's not as simple as moving where someone screws in little screws to make an iPhone. Meanwhile, some firms may have an advantage. Companies like Eli Lilly and AbbVie have more U.S.-based manufacturing sites, reducing their exposure to tariffs. Others like Novartis and Roche face greater risks because their active ingredient production is heavily overseas. The debate continues. Will these tariffs truly boost domestic manufacturing, or will they push companies further into the arms of global supply chains? This is the question that needs answers, and your thoughts matter. What do you think?